Okay, today's all about broccoli. We're gonna cook broccoli 3 ways. I was having a really hard time thinking of what to make yesterday, so I was texting Brendan, and he said, he was talking about this dish that I used to make him, and he was like, the broccoli's kind of the star, and I was like, for sure no. But since you like broccoli so much, we're gonna make broccoli like 3 ways and put it on the same dish, poach an egg on it. I've never made it, so we're full freestyling today. There's no point of references here. So we'll see if it turns out. Brendan will eat it and tell you if it sucks or not. It might suck. I got like a little bit of lemongrass, some thyme, and some chilies that I just took the seeds out of. And then to that I'm gonna add some shallot. We're gonna make like a little milk stock. And we're gonna poach some broccoli in there to make a broccoli puree. Somewhat hot. We're gonna go in with that. And then of course season with salt right away. And we're just gonna let those kind of get aromatic. You'll, once you start to kind of smell the flavors come together, then we'll add the milk and we'll simmer that milk for a little bit and infuse that milk with all the lemongrass, the chilies, the thyme, and the shallot. Oh shit, that smells fucking good. Ooh, it smells spicy. Oh, also to this, shit, I forgot. This is what happens when you're freestyling. I have this kaffir lime leaf that I'm also gonna put in the stock. And I just take the back of the knife and hit it a bit. Help those oils kind of release. And we'll sweat this with all our veg in our stock. In the meantime, we're gonna make a broccoli vinaigrette. So ahead of time, I just cooked some broccoli in salted water, and I cooked it till it's like really mushy, so it will puree. And then I saved some of the water, just in case it's like having a hard time blending. It's good to have a little bit of that. So this was cooked in salted water, so I'm not gonna salt this now, but we're gonna treat it kind of like a normal vinaigrette. The steamed broccoli's in here, we're just gonna treat it like a normal vinaigrette. And put a little bit of Dijon, and always gonna add some sweetness to this. Just a little bit of honey. Raw honey is so sticky, but just a touch. We'll put some lime zest. Lime zest in here. And we'll also put the juice in here. We're gonna use the juice as the acid in our vinaigrette, and if we need more, the thing with using citrus is sometimes you don't get a lot of juice out of them, so always have a little bit of a backup plan if you don't have acid, which I have white wine vinegar. Fucking hell. If you have a microwave, you can microwave your limes a bit.
No, microwave here. Same.
Nah, I don't fuck with microwaves. And that's it. So as usual, as any vinaigrette, we are going to emulsify a little bit of oil in here. You know, start blending it, let it puree a little bit first, and then once it's pretty liquidy, slowly add your oil. Okay, so I'm gonna blend it some more because I want it to be really smooth. But I just want to taste it now and do any adjustments that I have to. More acid for sure. So I'll put a little more white wine vinegar in here. More salt for sure. Oh, I'm happy with that. That tastes good. Tastes very broccoli, which is what we're going for, so that's perfect. So this will be our vinaigrette. And I'm just gonna pop that in the fridge till we're ready to plate. So you can see this stuff like started to sweat. It's, oh shit, those chilies are fucking, yeah, don't breathe this in. But you can smell it smells really nice as I cough. And so now This is the first time I bought milk in a couple years. I was standing at the milk aisle being like, what the fuck do I do? And if you wanted to like make this vegan, you would just use coconut milk. Yeah, it simmered for a bit. So I'm gonna put some broccoli in. Ideally keep these pieces quite big so they're easy to fish out after. And I'm gonna put some broccolini in as well and some of the stems. And we're gonna kind of pick and choose. The nice thing about making a broth like this is when we make the puree, we're gonna try and make it really thick so it'll spread nice on the plate. And then we have all these things that have been poached in the same stock. If we want to, like if we want to make it a little spicier, we can puree a chili in with the puree. Okay, broccoli is tender, so I'm gonna fish it out. You can use a strainer if you like, but I'm gonna do it kind of rough and grab the little bits of shallots as I fish stuff out. Flavored milk. Save any milk you don't use if you do make this. I don't know if anyone will, but if you do, you can save the milk and use it to make a soup. And then I'm gonna strain it a second time with the spatula. A bit of this. And we'll add more if we need it, but we want this puree to be quite thick. So with the puree, obviously you're going for a thicker consistency. We're not gonna use any oil, but since it's hot, we can mount some butter in there and emulsify some butter. So first we're gonna blend it, make sure that it blends the way we want it to. And then after that, we'll slowly add some cold cubed butter. Okay, how are we looking? That's perfect consistency. So I'm gonna put this milk back in the pot, save that for later. I'll do something with that for dinner. And then, actually I need this spatula. We're gonna take this puree. It's pretty thick now, but it's very, very hot. And things obviously thicken as they get cooler. So while we do the other components of the dish, we are just gonna put this in the fridge. Actually, we'll put it in the freezer. You know how it is, we film these videos kind of quick, so we tend to use the freezer. We're gonna poach an egg. And to poach an egg, you just need some water. And I have some vinegar in there. You can use white vinegar if you have it, but you can use any vinegar you have lying around. Like I just used white wine vinegar in there. The only thing is if you like, let's say if you use cider vinegar, it's totally fine. But if you use like balsamic, it's gonna make your egg turn colors. So maybe don't do that. Red wine vinegar will kind of do the same thing. It will make your water look murky and your egg look kind of murky too. So like a simmer. Broccoli, just take this tiny end off. It's kind of gross. But we're gonna keep the stalks. Like a lot of people will cut like up here and just eat the florets. But the stem is really nice and full of broccoli flavor as well. So just for plating's sake, I'm gonna quarter these. We're gonna have two nice pieces of broccoli that we're gonna put any one of the, whichever cut side is the biggest. Broccoli. You said you like broccoli, man. If you like broccoli, you'll eat broccoli. Okay, so we're just frying up some thyme a little bit. You know, flavor the oil. Oil's pretty hot. We don't need it like raging hot, because it will continue to get heat on it. And then we're just gonna cook that, cut side down. Once it hits the pan, a little salt. Most of that salt you'll find like will go, because it's dry, it doesn't have anything to stick to. But when we add the butter and we start basting it, the salt will hit the broccoli a little bit better. That's kind of the color we're looking for. Starting to get a really nice sear on it. We're gonna turn it to the other side. And then once we turn it, we'll add a bunch of butter. And baste. You guys are just gonna kind of do that for a bit, hey? Cool. Yeah, I don't have dogs, but apparently the neighbors do, so they'll be joining us for the plating. Just gonna eat these egg whites. Excuse my egg a little bit. We got our puree that we're gonna put down. And then we're gonna, so I have a little salad here with pea greens, and I took the tops off this broccolini. So it's just a little bit of raw broccoli. Take our broccoli vinaigrette. Pretty light on that. Season these greens, of course. And there we go, all broccoli dish. So funny. This could be a meme, dude. When she says she likes broccoli. When she says broccoli's my favorite vegetable. Yo, I made you this broccoli puree with roasted broccoli and a broccoli salad. And I... Okay. Alright, I'm gonna taste every component before we give it to Brendan, so I can tell you if I even think it's good. It very much tastes like broccoli. It's good. It's really good. It's crazy that, yeah, it just tastes like so much broccoli. It's cool. Eat it. Pure broccoli. It's really good though.